Hey guys, it's Red Nomster, and today, before I explain how I made this, I'm going to explain how I didn't make it, for those of you who are wondering right away. Now, first of all, there were no custom resource packs used in the making of this, there were no commands used at all, and it is completely survival friendly as well. So the question you guys might be left with is, how did I make this? Anyways, how did I simulate completely changing the texture in vanilla? Well, if you guessed ghost blocks, you're about 99% right. This is simply just right-clicking on the block, and you can update it in a few different ways, such as like throwing water on it with water buckets, but for the video I just use right-click because I thought that was more seamless. But basically, the method I'm using to do this is, of course, using myrin's ghost block generator attached to a vertical piston that pushes blocks up. And similarly to the effects of slime blocks carrying blocks, how I made an invisible wall in my last video, I also found out that it basically replaces the texture. So if we hit this button to display it on a two-dimensional scale, all these blocks are pushed up, but considering it's pushed up with this ghost block, grass block, all of these then turn to ghost blocks. So if I right-click this TNT, it's not really there because it's still down here technically. So it just disappears because there was an air block here recently. But considering there was TNT here, but now there's a diamond ore, if I right-click this, it seamlessly turns back into TNT. And then, of course, if I right-click this, it's diamond, and then wood, because that's what the floor was made out of. And that's exactly how I made every single one of these. Now, it's a little bit more complicated because I had to put in quite a few of these things to spread them out a little bit, because you can't really connect them, and they have to be ghost blocks pushing them. I especially like the door, in my opinion. It's set up very nicely, if I can get in here. I might do an entire video about it just because of how well it is, but basically, it's a completely seamless door, and you can also set it up to be automatic. So if we come over here and kind of show how that is, basically all it is just a clock hooked up to the system. So if we go ahead and put something in there, it just keeps pushing stuff in there. And every once in a while it messes up, but you might want to have a slower clock, I guess. But it gets to the limit, of course, because even with ghost blocks, it gets to a 12-block push limit. But if we just go ahead and start right-clicking some of these, of course, it's just going to replace them. But the fact that you can right-click and replace them makes it pretty seamless. And even on servers, this would work because the ghost blocks are constantly updated, meaning if somebody gets in the area, they'd start seeing these too, just as well as you would. So we can get rid of all of these, even, put the TNT there, and it go fly up, but it's actually still right there. So you can create more looking like TNT. Now, for a lot of you who might be confused about ghost blocks still, who don't really know what ghost blocks are, if you destroy these with any type of tool or anything, you'll not get the block back. If I go into game mode 0, I get TNT for that because that was actually TNT, but I will not drop TNT for that one because that TNT actually does not exist. If I just right-click, they disappear, as you can see. So keep that in mind. You will not lose your diamond if the actual diamond is down there. So don't be afraid to display your goodies and stuff. But that's all I really have for this video, guys. If you enjoyed this concept, leave a like. Subscribe if you're new here, of course. I really love the idea of a house that transforms. I wanted to make it automated. I even set up a little bucket up here where you could use water to update it, like I used water at the end of my last video with the invisible walls to update the leaves at the very end of the video. Somebody had questions about that, but it's a long process, and I might do a video about it, especially if you guys enjoy this one. But for the time being, that's all I really have, so I will see you in the next video.